some support for Colin Murray! And ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Frank down the arrow, holding the record 0-1. Make some noise for James Wallace!
Colin Murray out of Ashbourne, BJJ in the grey trunks, taking on James Wallace out of FAI in the purple. Your third man in the cage is Mr. Derek Hickey, and Phil, we're on their way.
Oh, Colin Murray, I loved him on TalkSport. Nice to see him making the transition into the cage.
So far, FAI have gone 2-0 tonight.
Both men very much in the way of exchanging kicks right now. It's almost like a Muay Thai fight, kick for kick, but then the takedown from Colin Murray. Needs to be wary of the guillotine here. Passes into side control, needs shield to get the guard back from Wallace.
Just trying to control the head and posture. Looking for the neck, but not there.
I like that the guard's open. I like that he's being active with it as opposed to just holding the guard. He's out onto the hip. He's trying to shrimp. He's trying to make something happen. Initially looked for the triangle, maybe trying to get it.
Good to see, and creating the space, as you can see from that width. The activity drops down.
That's the problem when going for the calf crush. You leave yourself vulnerable to your opponent stepping up into you. It's going to be incredibly difficult to get, especially with the shin guards on, but Wallace again showing
beautiful left hand, as you said, Phil. He was susceptible to the strikes.
Because when it's a leg lock, you have to commit your hands fully, thus exposing the face. And it was always going to be difficult to get with the shin pads on, though. Sitting in the half guard now is Wallace, just happy to posture, land his strikes.
Hammer fists and good push away, and oh, he's got to be careful with the kick there that landed, and Derek Hickey is just warning him.
It did look like the hands were on the canvas, but again, warning there from Derek Hickey. He does have that IMAF experience, so he is a veteran of the refereeing game. Recently in Bulgaria, I believe.
And our second round, avoiding catastrophe of an ice pack opening up in the cage, is underway.
Just shy with the spinning back kick. Again, a beautiful kick to the leg. You can already see them marking up.
In on that neck, Phil. Can he get the hands clasped? No, good.
He's doing the right thing. He's attacking the wrist and straightening up the back, making it even more difficult. Now he's in on a single of his own. Could switch to a double. Murray trying to control the wrist, but he needs to really pull down on that whizzer and create a little bit of separation. Ooh. Oh, flying triangle attempt.
Triangle, why not? Changing the armbar potentially. That elbow is out of.
Needs to switch the angle. Maybe in on the armbar here. The point of the elbow looks like it might just be safe. Need to see some posture here from Wallace. Need to see some posture.
Triangle locked in. Beautiful work.
Underhooks the leg brilliantly. That looks tight.
Colin Murray switching potentially to the armbar here as well.
Beautiful posture here from Wallace.
Derek Hickey looking close, of course, teens, and there's good shots raining down from Wallace.
Try and triangle me, I'll punch you repeatedly in the face, but right back into that locked up triangle. Attempts to underhook the leg, trying to keep everything nice and compressed. This looks tight.
Needs to rain down some of them shots again, just putting the knee across the face of Murray and Wallace.
That's beautiful posture from young Wallace. Has that knee on the face, just trying to disrupt the movement, but landing shots.
Slight adjustment by Murray, just grabbing the foot opposed to the shin, trying to adjust the choke. Heads out. Beautiful work by Wallace.
And that was all about the awareness of having that shin flush across the throat of his opponent to make them uncomfortable. This is a great fight.
Yeah, stayed very calm in that position as well, Phil. Credit to young fighter, but you got to be careful, almost stepping straight back into that triangle.
You either need to be all the way in or all the way out in a situation like that. You can't be at a 45-degree angle. You can't be in what's known as no man's land, though.
Third and final round between Colin Murray, who was in the grey, And James Wallace in the purple, and Murray must have thought he was close, Phil, with that triangle attempt.
Again, I think because the complexion of the fight due to the shin pads, I think it takes away that half inch or so needed.
Yeah, he's in it again, just diving onto it. Get the neck this time, guillotine.
Pose guard,
guard.
readjust the guard. I'd like to see him try and get onto a hip a little bit and really compress that, or get that knee shield in for the traditional guillotine guard. Potential here for an omoplata or a go-go plata.
Oh.
Transition to an omoplata. Needs to be wary here. Doesn't want that shoulder hyperextending, but seems to be safe. Transitions right into the side control position. But
Colin Murray is active off his backfill.
he does have a sneaky little jiu-jitsu game, doesn't he? You would like to see Wallace pummel those arms in, just turn over the wrist and land his strikes. Again, he needs to be careful in this position.
Beautiful work by Murray. He's just not sitting back and accepting what's given to him. He's going hunting for submissions.
Into the triangle from the armbar to that's beautiful transitionary work with his jiu-jitsu. Again, trying to underhook that
Good
leg.
shots create the angle here. Again, Phil, I agree with what you were saying here with the shin pads. Potentially, it's that small
Into the
adjustment.
mounted triangle.
This is tight. Hand in as well. Trying to defend, answering the phone. Our referee, Derek Hickey, looking very closely at this.
Big shots being landed here.
Wallace, to his credit, is constantly trying to move. Derek Hickey waves it off. Stopping it due to strikes, I would imagine. And Wallace not defending himself. But Colin Murray gets the decision. And Phil, you've got to give it to him. It was the activity off the back, constantly looking for a way to attack submission after submission, chaining them together, and ultimately it was the ground and pound and shots from the bottom. Again, Phil, we've seen a stoppage from.
It was a very smart sequence. He transitioned from the armbar to the triangle, finished with the strikes, and to the uninitiated it may not have looked like big strikes, but you have to remember, this is teen MMA. This is where they gain their experience. Fighter safety is paramount. Fantastic stoppage by your referee, the IMAF veteran, Mr. Derek Hickey.